Mikel, congratulations, a win out there. What are your thoughts?
Well, very happy, obviously, with the win and the clean sheet against, as we predicted, a very tough opponent. I think we started the game very, very good. Scored the goal, had some big chances that in the Champions League, you don't put them away. After you go into suffer, and then we had a period in the game, we became a little bit open. We needed a big save from David in one action to keep the clean sheet. But overall, after 3 days and the game that we had to play in Newcastle, credit to the boys the way we performed.
Is that something that you might take from this game in terms of reassess, and how do you work on it in terms of, you mentioned there, closing the chances and the opportunities that you get, especially maybe latter parts of this competition?
Yes, because we know that it's all about the boxes. Their team, they don't need much, and they arrived 3 or 4 times and they looked a real threat. So when you have those big chances, you have to put them in the net. If not, like we had in the last 10 minutes, we had to dig in very, very deep to control them, and at the end to earn the right to win the game.
Well, look, it's 14 home games that you've now won here at the Emirates in the league phase of this Champions League stage, and kept 11 clean sheets on the way. Is that progress? It must be music to your ears.
Well, that's very difficult to do, so credit to the boys. The consistency we show in this competition against very tough opponents, and we go again on Saturday.
Martin Ødegaard looked a man on a mission tonight. He almost looked back to his best out there. Would you agree?
Yeah, he was phenomenal. I think he influenced the game in a manner that is very important with us, because he continued to play forward, carrying the ball, putting people through on goal, and generated some big chances for his teammates. He should have scored a goal as well in the big open chance that he'd had. So very good to have him back at this level. Look,
we know the narrative of the strength and depth that you've got, but do you find that your squad are actually thriving off this? They're stepping up to the they
do, and they all know that they have a chance to play, to maybe make 6 changes, and I want everybody to be a big part of that. The players came in as well to help when the team was still lacking a bit of rhythm and needed to re-energize. The client comes in, Neps, Bukayo, Mosquera, anybody that comes in, Jurian, brings another dimension to the team. Great to see.
Big Gabby okay? He came off?
Yeah. He was struggling a little bit with, I think it was a kick in the first half, and we decided to take him off.
And then I'm sure your mind probably hasn't wandered to it yet, but West Ham at the weekend, that'll be your 300th game in charge of Arsenal. In this day and age, that's an achievement in itself.
I didn't know that. That's a lot of games for this football club. So, yeah, I feel very honoured, and a lot of gratitude for everybody that has allowed me to stay for that long. Yeah.
Bukayo eventually got that second goal, but how hard did you have to work to see that game out? Because did you feel like Olympiacos could nick something at any second?
Yeah, I mean, this is Champions League. They've got a really good side with really good players. Yeah, I think we could have scored more goals in the first half. We had some chances, but yeah, as I said, that's Champions League, and they are a good side as well. So yeah.
Well, let's talk about the goals tonight. You got the goal, the first goal, but you had a chance within the first 2 minutes. How did you feel when you saw that one fly wide?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great ball, the first one from Miles. We were talking about this before the game, that could attack that space in the box, and he did great with the ball. And yeah, just could have done better in that one. And in the goal, I tried to wait a little bit to see if you then be Victor's goals, and then it touches the post, and then I scored, and yeah, it was a good goal as well. So yeah, happy with the goal and the victory as well.
Yeah, there was no mistake with the second one. Look, there is this narrative this season about the strength and depth that Arsenal have got within the squad. Do you feel the sort of pressure to earn the shirt, but then to keep the shirt at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the club, you know. We want to have the best players around us, and yeah, as I said, we have a really good group and a big one now, and it's good for the club. We want to win every title that we play in, and yeah, this is what we're going to try to do.
Well, look, you've won your opening 2 games of this Champions League campaign. Does that set a good marker to what your intention is in this competition this season?
Yeah, of course. As I said, we play for Arsenal, and we want to win every single game of the season, if possible, and we want to win every trophy that we can.
Congratulations on the Player of the Match award. I thought you always looked to play the right pass tonight. What was your thoughts on both your performance and the team's performance?
Thought we did well, you know. I think we controlled most of the game and created a lot of good moments, and could have scored a few more goals maybe, and could have maybe used the ball a little bit more and be a bit better in certain areas, but in general it was good and solid and good win.
Is it fair to say that maybe it was a bit tougher than expected in the second half, especially when Olympiacos came back into it?
No, I think we expected that. We know they're a good side. Really, they play really intense, really direct, and we know the quality they have, especially up front. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. But yeah, I think we could have done maybe a little bit better in certain areas to control the game better. But yeah, in the end, 2-0 and a win, so we're happy.
And finally, after your run to the semis last season, are the stakes a little bit higher maybe this season, given how you're a real force in Europe now?
I mean, it just gives us confidence, that we're ready and we want to do even better. So we did really well last year to go all the way to the semis, but we want more. We want to win it, So I think we just have to use all those experiences and yeah, show that we've improved and that we're better this year. So yeah, we're ready for it.
You kept on going in that game, pushed Arsenal all the way towards the end. Are these the positives to take from that performance?
Estamos apretando hasta el final, hemos luchado hasta el final. ¿Es esto la cosa positiva que hemos conseguido esta tarde?
Sí, creo que sí, ¿no? Que hemos estado hasta el último faltando 3 minutos con la opción de poder sacar algo de aquí, de un campo muy difícil. Y creo que hemos creído en lo que tenemos que hacer nosotros, no hemos cambiado nuestra idea de juego, a pesar de jugar contra un equipo tan grande, y creo que nos ha ido bastante bien, aunque hayamos perdido.
Yes, we were trying until the end in a very difficult home, in a very difficult stadium. We tried until the end. We pushed them, even though they're a great, very big team, and we tried to push them until the end. This is something that we needed to do.
There were a lot of nerves among the home fans in the second half. Could you sense that? And what motivation did that give your players to up their performance?
Estaban muchos jugadores en el medio del campo apretando mucho y intentando de sacar la iniciativa. ¿Cuál era la motivación que teníamos nosotros para poder intentar?
No, la motivación era el no cambiar nuestro estilo de juego por jugar contra un equipo tan bueno como el Arsenal. Y creo que en ese sentido los jugadores han sido los que han sido valientes en el terreno de juego y han querido hacer eso, sabiendo que podías llegar tarde, que te podían sacar una contra y que podían hacerte mucho más daño, ¿no? Pero creo que al creerse lo que estaban haciendo, al ser valientes, pues en ese sentido nos ha salido bastante bien.
The motivation was to try to be ourselves and to play the way that we normally do, even though we knew we were playing against a great team. So this is what we had to show, courage. We had to show courage today in order to confront very, very good quality players, and this is what gave us the motivation.